This time on Secrets of Louisville Chefs, it's a restaurant with a funny sounding name.
Ruth Chris, that steak.
Inside a funny looking building. We're taking you to the top of the Caden Tower inside Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
The restaurant may have two first names, and some people say the building looks like a box of tissues. But when it comes to the food here, we're talking serious business.
It's wonderful, cooked to perfection, great flavor, no complaints.
Melts in your mouth, not in your hands.
We're going to show you the secret to making those legendary Ruth's Chris steaks.
And that's only the beginning. Chef Anthony Luciak is going to reveal the secret behind Ruth's Chris sweet potato casserole.
And we spread that evenly all over the top of it.
It's a side dish sinfully sweet enough to stand in for dessert.
And the secrets to making this.
Goes with butter over top.
It's quite possibly the best barbecue shrimp you'll ever taste.
The secret to doing it at home from the head chef at Ruth's Chris.
Right now on Secrets of Louisville Chefs. Hello and welcome to Secrets of Louisville Chefs. I'm Kevin Harned along with my good friend Cheryl Case. And today we're at one of Louisville's best known landmarks.
It certainly is, Kevin. In fact, Caden Tower has been called one of the ugliest buildings in Louisville, but it's also considered one of the most brilliant architectural designs in the country. This 15-story office building was built in 1966, and it was originally named the Lincoln Income Life Insurance Tower.
And the debate over the design doesn't end with whether it's visually appealing or not. Many people believe the building was designed by famed architect Frank Lloyd Wright, but actually it was Wright's son-in-law behind the design.
William Wesley Peters collaborated with his famous father-in-law for more than 20 years, so it's not surprising that some of the very techniques Wright used in his structures would show up right here in this famous Louisville landmark. For example, the doily-like grillwork is reminiscent of a Frank Lloyd Wright design that was actually never constructed.
That grillwork over the outside windows is used to keep the sunlight from overheating the interior without blocking the incredible views. And speaking of incredible views, you know, Cheryl, I think the best views have to be right here on the top floor at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
There's no question. You simply cannot get a better view in the River City.
It's a great view of the food as well.
I think we're the only restaurant this high up in Louisville, Kentucky.
General Manager Jeff Leppert says on a clear day, there's nothing to block the view that stretches for miles and miles.
We're on the 16th floor of the Caden Tower building. We have a great view to the west. You can see the downtown, and of course out to the east you can see all the farmlands out there.
And the only thing better than the view is the food. Of course, Ruth's Chris is famous across the nation for their legendary steaks, and tonight we're getting all the secrets.
This is the secret to the whole dish.
And that's not all. Chef Anthony Luciak is going to reveal the secrets to one of the restaurant's most popular side dishes, the twice-baked sweet potato casserole.
And Kevin, I hear it's so yummy, some people even order it for dessert. I can't wait to try it. Another crowd pleaser on tap for tonight, some of the best shrimp you've ever tasted.
We're going to add the pinwheel of shrimp right on top.
We've got shrimp, surf and turf style, plus shrimp on its own. Ruth's Chris Classic Barbecue Appetizer. It's a first course that's second to none.
So Cheryl, what do you say? Let's get started and learn the secrets to making it at home.
All right, we're going to start off this evening with classic barbecue shrimp.
Chef Anthony Luciak is from Pennsylvania. He got his culinary chops in Colorado, but now he's proud to call Kentucky home.
Kentucky's, it's a great place. There's a lot of, there's a lot of local, producers of beef and of produce and everything like that, and just people like to eat in Louisville. People like to go out and have good food.
And good food doesn't get any better than at Ruth's Chris, unless, of course, you know the secrets to making the restaurant's classic barbecue shrimp at home.
This is a blackening spice we're going to put on top of the shrimp before we broil it.
What's inside that blackening spice is one secret the chef won't reveal. All of Ruth's Chris spices are made specially for the restaurant, but Chef Anthony says a high-quality, store-bought blackening mix will do just fine at home.
We have a little toast point we're going to heat up in the oven real quick.
This popular appetizer begins with a large toast point for soaking up a thick and creamy barbecue sauce made from scratch. Next, Chef Anthony fires up a sauté pan.
And into the pan, we are going to add about a ½ ounce of canola oil. We've got it on a high heat right now. We're going to turn it down once we get the shrimp in a little bit to medium-high heat. We're going to add about 5, 16, 20 shrimp. We're just going to cook these on one side for about 1 minute.
This is a dish that's best not to walk away from. The first secret to great shrimp is not to overcook it.
You don't want to overcook them, so right when they start to turn is we're going to go ahead and flip them over. We're going to add a tablespoon of green onions. Saute those in there.
To keep the shrimp from cooking too quickly, Chef Anthony lowers the heat again.
Add that white wine and we're going to let it reduce by half.
It takes just a couple of minutes for the wine to reduce, and then
Once that's about half, what we do is we add an ounce of heavy cream. And we're going to do the same to that. We're going to let that reduce.
the big secret to this dish is not necessarily how to cook it as much as what's in it.
We're about to add the most complex ingredient right now is the barbecue butter. We're going to let this reduce by half, and then we're going to kill the heat actually. As soon as it reduces a little bit more. The secret to the whole dish, it's our barbecue butter. We have paprika, garlic, rosemary, Tabasco, Worcestershire sauce, all mixed into the butter. What we do is we turn off the heat and we add the butter. And then we slowly melt it in there so it doesn't break.
And for the perfect presentation, Chef Anthony carefully places the toast point and the shrimp on a super hot plate.
And then we're going to arrange the shrimp. Placing the same way here. Butter over top. Just garnish it with a little more green onion.
And finally, add a little bit of fresh parsley.
And there's our barbecue shrimp.
The shrimp is fantastic. Best shrimp I've ever had. The sauce is really good.
Did you hear that, Cheryl? The best shrimp he's ever tasted, and, well, it certainly looks wonderful.
It does. And you know what they say, Kevin? Seeing is believing. It's not thinking, tasting is knowing, right?
Yeah, don't you know it? It's probably the best shrimp I've ever tasted. Wow.
And now that we have the secrets, we can make it at home. And there are more secrets to come. Okay, Kevin, how about the secret to making one of the best steaks you'll ever sink your teeth into?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Chef Anthony Luciak is firing up the broiler for a filet and shrimp combo that is out of this world.
Secrets of Louisville chefs at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse returns right after this.